I introduce Mr. Bensan on stage, I would like to say a few words about him. Rasih Bensan has been a member of Istanbul Toastmasters since 2014. He has been giving private English, Turkish, and French lessons for 24 years. Tonight, he will deliver his 21st speech from the Advanced Professional Speaker Program titled The Power of Visualization. And I would also like to add, like most of the members that I know, Rasih is also a very esteemed member for me that I learned a lot from, and is one of our best speakers. Not to increase the expectations, but I have lots of esteem on you. So, Rasih Bensan, Advanced Speech number 21, The Power of Visualization. The power of Visualization, Mr. Rasih Bensan.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
you have it.
What?
You have it.
I know.
Are you aware of it?
No.
You're not.
Yes.
You have it. I will show you.
Okay then.
Sir, you have it too.
No.
Yes, you do. You will see. And miss, you have it too. And you too, dear Tiomi. You have it too.
Thank you.
In fact, all of us, all the guests and members in this room, including myself, we all have it. The question is not whether we have it or not. The question is, what are we doing with it? Are we wasting it, or are we using it effectively? What am I talking about? What is it that we have? Well, to see this, let's do an exercise together. This exercise is voluntary. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But now I invite all the members and guests, including the Tiomi, except my cameraman, to stand up. Stand up temporarily in your place. Let's just stand up. Now, if you have any injury or backache, if it forces you, don't do it. What we shall do is, we shall stand. Feet shoulder width apart. And try to stand a little bit away from each other so that you don't bump into each other. Our right arm, everybody has a right arm, right? Okay, so, but not like a Nazi salute. We're not doing a Nazi salute. So, index finger. That's our index finger. Now, we will rotate clockwise, this way, not this way, but you don't move your feet. Rotate clockwise, make sure you don't hit the person next to you, and go as much as you can. Look at the tip of your finger. Look at the tip of your finger, go as much as you can. Don't move your feet. Now, stop where you cannot go anymore.
Yes.
So, now come back very slowly. Come back very slowly. All right. Now, sit down. And now close your eyes. Sit down and close your eyes. Everybody close their eyes. Now, in your mind, repeat this exercise. See yourself doing this again, with one difference. In your mind, go way past the point that you could do a while ago physically. In fact, I know it's not physically possible, but in your mind, make it 360 degrees. In fact, make 2 turns, 720 degrees, in your mind. See yourself rotate 720 degrees. That is twice. And now, keep your eyes closed and come back to point 0. But keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. You too, sir. Okay. Now, don't open your eyes and do it once again in your mind. 720 degrees. You rotate 720 degrees. Way past what you did physically a while ago. In your mind, keep your eyes closed and come back to point 0. Now open your eyes. Open your eyes. And once again, please stand up. Once again.
What's going on?
What's going on? You'll see.
Now we'll do it.
Now, we will do it again physically. Shoulder width apart, the feet. Point your finger. Right arm. Okay? Make sure you don't hit the person next to you. And this time, again, go clockwise. Clockwise. Slowly, slowly, as much as you can, as much as you can. But don't move your feet as much as you can. And when you cannot go any further, stop. Now, come back slowly. Come back slowly. Now, sit down. One question. Can I see the hands of people who were able to turn more the second time? Most of you. Most of you. Why? Now, one reason, some people may suggest, is that, well, the first time we warmed up. The second time, we were able to turn more. No. The reason, could it be the visualization we made in our mind between the two physical exercises? That's exactly the reason. But why? Is it magic? No. The reason why the first time we were only able to turn a little bit and the second time more is because the visualization that we made in our mind of turning more actually lifted the disempowering belief in our mind, which was we can only turn so much. That is just an illusion we created in our minds. We can only turn so much. Actually, we have the ability to turn more. And we lifted that mental limit by visualizing that we can turn more. This is your power of visualization. You did it with your own power of visualization. But why, you might say, is this important? I mean, when we will need to do this? Are there other things we can do with the power of visualization? Can you give us a true story? Yes. Let me tell you the true story of a little girl that I saw in National Geographic documentary. There was this little girl who had a dream to become an Olympic champion in gymnastics. She was working very hard and she was good. So coaches noticed her and started to train her. She got so good, she got into the gymnastics Olympic national team. But there was a problem. No matter how much she worked, no matter how hard she tried, she could not be good enough to win the gold medal in the Olympics. She did the exercises in gymnastics again and again and again, 100 times. But she was still making mistakes and she could not correct them. So her psychological counselor and coach said, stop, don't do it. Just visualize in your mind doing it correctly, 100 times. So the girl just visualized in her mind doing the gymnastic movements perfectly 100 times. They said, okay, now do it physically. And she was able to do all the gymnastics perfectly. What she was doing without realizing was that as she was training hard, she was doing negative visualization of, what if I make a mistake? What if I make a mistake? And that was causing her to make mistakes. But after the training and the positive visualization, she became perfect. And she participated in the 1976 Summer Montreal Olympics. And for the first time, she was the first gymnast who got 10 from all the judges and 5 gold medals. Who do you think she was? Does anybody know her?
Nadia Comaneci?
Yes, Nadia Comaneci. How did she do that? She could not have done it just by visualization. Of course you have to do the work. You cannot just visualize something and create wonders. You must also do the work. And how can we use this in our lives? Well, before you do a public speech, before you go into a job interview, before you go on a date, before you go into a fight or in a difficult conversation, what do you visualize? If you visualize, oh, what if my speech goes bad? What if I make mistakes? You are likely to make mistakes. Before a job interview, you say, oh, what if I don't get this job? What if they ask me some questions that I cannot answer? If this is what you visualize, even if your qualifications are fantastic, even if you are prepared, you will ruin everything with negative visualization. But if you are prepared for your public speech, or your job interview, or your date, and you do positive visualization in advance, your chances of success are greatly increased. Just like you were able to turn more with the power of visualization. We need to have the qualifications. We need to have the training. We need to do the work. But we will disempower ourselves if we visualize failure. And it's not enough. Cannot say, oh, I will not prepare for my public speech, I will just visualize and it will go good. No, we have to do the work. Nadia Comaneci would not have succeeded if she had just visualized. She did the work and the visualization. We all have this power. And by using it correctly, we can change not only our lives, but the lives of everybody we come in contact with. And in fact, we can shape the history of humanity. Thank you.